Hi, this is Lady Hatawa, and today we're going to be cooking a Northern Thai curry. So I was born in Thailand. I spent the first 10 years of my life there, and I've been back. I went back and lived there for about 4 months when I was 20 years old, and then I've been back as well on holiday a couple of times. I absolutely adore Thai food. Love it so much, and I never get tired of it. Now, Thai curries are pretty well known, especially the more common ones that people cook are yellow curry, red curry, green curry, masaman, panang. This is a lesser known curry because it's from Chang Mai, which is the largest city in the north of Thailand. So it's got quite a different taste to it. It's very, very, very flavoursome. It's got lemongrass, it's got tamarind, so it's got a lovely tang to it. Of course, it's spicy as well. And it is just beautiful. You can make this, of course, with chicken if you like. I'm doing it with pork today just to change things up a little bit. So we are going to make the paste from scratch. You have to, don't cheat. You're not going to find the paste in the store anyway, so you have no choice. So I've got my ingredients for the paste just here. And what I'm going to do is just sort of roughly chop it and put it in my mixer, and then I'm going to really give that a good mix. If I need to, I might have to stir it around, mix again, because I do want a paste-like texture. So I've got 2 shallots. You're supposed to use 10 chilies, but I'm going to put 6 because I don't want to be sitting there suffering at the dinner table. 2 garlic cloves. You have 10 grams of galanga, which is sort of the cousin of ginger. 30 grams of ginger. 1 stalk of lemongrass. Now, because fresh lemongrass is very hard to find here, occasionally I do find it. But when I do find it, I do freeze it straight away so I can have some supply of it no matter what. But I also found in the frozen section of my local Asian store the other day, already pre-chopped lemongrass. So I put about the equivalent of 1 stalk here. And then the last ingredient for the paste is going to be shrimp paste. Now, if you haven't used it before, don't worry. When you open the sachet and you smell it, you're going to think it's rotten. It's not. It just smells a bit intense, but believe me, it works beautifully into the flavors. It's amazing. It's an amazing ingredient. It just takes a little getting used to. So I'm going to roughly chop all these here. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of shrimp paste. I'm going to blend it all up and I'll show you what that looks like after. So I've blended up my paste and it smells absolutely amazing. You can see here the type of consistency that it is. It's not too smooth, but it's very well blended. I've just heated up about 3 or 4 tablespoons of regular oil, not olive oil. I prefer to use just straight up sunflower oil because I don't want it to have an Italian flavor. Olive oil doesn't generally go very well. And I'm just going to fry up this paste for about a minute and a half. I'm going to do this on a high heat. So I had to turn the camera off for a little bit because when you're frying paste, it can get quite smoky. So to try and do it without the extractor fan on was a little bit tough. So I just had to turn off the camera so I could get my extractor fan going. So I'm just putting my pork in. I've fried off the paste for about a minute and a half. Now, like a lot of Asian cooking, this should be done on quite a high fire. I just have to be I have to play it a little carefully because if I put the extractor fan on, you can't hear me. But if I don't, I'm going to get a bit smoked up. So I'm going to fry up this pork now for a good 3 minutes, 4 minutes. I just want it browned on a high heat. I'm just going to stick 1 star anise in there as well. And I'll be back when that's done for the next step. So I've just finished frying off or browning off the meat for 2 or 3 minutes with the paste, of course. And I've just added 400 milliliters of coconut milk. So we're just going to pop in all the other ingredients and then we're going to cook it on sort of a medium, it really depends. I mean, a medium heat for about 15 minutes or medium low for maybe 20. So I've got some beautiful kaffir lime leaves. If you've never cooked with these before, they are amazing. They smell so good. It's sort of part of the lime family, but they're very, very unique in flavor. So I'm going to pop 4 of those leaves in. I'm going to put, as always in Thai cuisine, you know, there's sugar usually. So we're going to put 1 tablespoon of palm sugar. Now, if you have palm sugar, that's great, but again, it's not very easy to find, so I don't have any at the moment. Now, tamarind. If you haven't cooked with it, again, it's beautiful. It's very sour. You don't want to buy the tamarind fruit itself because it's a lot of hard work getting that sort of paste off each of the pods. So you can buy it sort of, I buy it in a soup base mixed, or you can buy the actual paste, which is more concentrated and intense. So for the more liquidy tamarind like this, I'm going to put 3 tablespoonfuls. And I'm going to be quite generous because I do love the taste of tamarind. Then we're going to put 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. Ooh. And I'm going to add a few spices. So I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of turmeric and half a teaspoon of cumin. So just a little half teaspoon of that. And then a whole teaspoon of turmeric. So it's going to give it that beautiful, that wasn't quite a teaspoon. There we go. And we're going to add the juice of half a lime. There we go. So the lime and the tamarind, it's going to be quite a nice sour curry, hot, sour, salty, just beautiful. So I'll be back. You'll see when I come back, the color will have changed slightly. So I'll be back when the curry's done in about 15 minutes on medium heat, and we'll do the plating up and have a look, shall we? The curry is ready. I've done some rice on the side. It smells glorious. So I've done a little bowl of rice in a bowl. See there? I've removed the kaffir lime leaves and the star anise. And I'm just going to put some of that beautiful curry on the plate. This sauce is just absolutely wonderful. I cannot tell you. So I'm going to put a little bit of crushed peanuts on there. I've also charred up some broccoli stalks, as in the base of the broccoli that most people throw away, but is actually a beautiful, beautiful part of the vegetable. I'm just going to pop that on there. And a little bit of shallot, just some fresh shallot around. And a little kaffir lime leaf just to decorate. Don't eat it raw. So there you go. That is a beautiful Chang Mai curry.